Okay, Tammy, we're recording.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday night Zoom. Thank you guys so very, very, very much for being with us tonight. I am fresh off of a trip from Austin. Just got in, been gone since Monday. And so I've got the travel, I look pooped kind of look going on, so I apologize. But I'm so excited for all of the people that have totally joined this call to learn and to dedicate themselves to their business tonight. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have no idea how much it means to be able to see all your faces and your names on the list of lineup. So a couple of announcements before we get started. And guys, I'm going to tell you where I'm at so you may not know. I'm outside my house. We just literally pulled into the driveway from Austin. And I'm in the middle of my driveway because my internet is not real good with Zoom. That's why I always have to do our Zoom calls from Robert's office in town. So tonight I'm going to try to get through this in the driveway, picking up off of my cell phone. So, but at any rate, Austin was amazing. I loved being with the Austin team. It was amazing. I actually did 3 strategy sessions, 1 coffee date, had 2 events, and last night after I was finished with the evening, I went in for a cocktail and landed 4 new prospects, and I'm going to be sending them samples this week. But what was so interesting, they were the county commissioner. Hey, Christine, there you go. She was the county commissioner for Austin, and they were there for a conference. But what's so great about that is they had never heard about Arbonne. And I see that everywhere I go. No one has heard of Arbonne. So, guys, we just got to open our mouth and be friendly and ask around, because you'll be surprised. So here are announcements that I have to share with you as we're kind of moving in on the end of our August. I hope each and every one of you will always remember and hold on to the whys that you have in your heart and realize that you are worth it. You deserve to have a moving, thriving, growing Arbonne business. And all you've got to do is just keep your head on the prize and your eyes on your why. Just keep moving your legs forward. Even when you feel like, oh, this is getting hard, or oh, this is not so fun because I just had a oops because I had a cancellation, or this month hasn't gone the way I wanted. All of those different things are things that happen when you're going through the process of having breakthroughs and success in your business. You must have those moments. You must have those moments to be able to get to the fantastic moments, the moments that you look back and say, oh my gosh, I would totally go through everything that I had to go through to get to this spot today. So just hang on and persevere. That's why we're an Arbonne family. It's because we lock arms and we go through and we travel through this journey together. And that's where you find your strength. You find your strength on these Wednesday night calls when we plug in together as an Arbonne family. You find your strength when you go to those different meetings, the retreats, the celebration nights. You find your strength in the strength of the others that surround you with the like-mindedness. Because even if you're down, the next buddy next to you is going to be up. And you can pull on that excitement and regain your excitement. So just know that we've got to stick together through this journey. And there's nothing sweeter to know that you've got people that are prayer warriors over your life, prayer warriors over your business, and prayer warriors over your kids and over your future. I don't know what people do without Arbonne. I really don't know what they do without an Arbonne family. So here are our announcements for tonight. August is double AIT points. Don't forget. We get to have double points this month in our Central District for us to start off December 1 ahead of the game. So what I want to share with that in relation to double points is if you are registered for the Impact Training Anywhere, you have just become eligible for the Success Packs and the I Want It All holiday. So you know you need the holiday line for your business, obviously. If you're running a business, you need to have the products to be able to move through the holiday gift-giving season. So you know you need that. So why not get that this month so that it counts towards your AIT, the trip that they're going to announce. You can get it next month too. But for me, a good business strategy, a wise business strategy, would be to collect on the double AIT points this month. So I'm going to be ordering my I Want It All tonight. It's on my list. And you're also eligible for success packs. As a consultant, you get these in your first and second month of starting your business. But after that, you don't get them. They're 50% off. So this is a big deal for those of you. You've been given a gift from Arbonne to be able to collect success packs over this month if you've registered for AIT. So collect on that. Let that, once again, count towards your AIT double points. Then our retreat is actually scheduled for August 31st, the deadline for registration. Oh my gosh, people drive out here like lunatics. I hope that's not one of my sons. But anyway, August 31st is the deadline for the retreat. You want to get your registration in right away. We've got a lineup that you just cannot even believe because of all the MVPs that are traveling in. And then Impact Training for Dallas is Saturday, but we're having a partnering Discover and Healthy Happy Hour at Martha McIntyre's house Friday night. So be inviting people to that. Use that opportunity to tap into us and let us help you grow your business. And then lastly, I know Oklahoma Celebration, there's been some confusion on the date of our celebration. It is this Tuesday coming up. We're doing a speed dating like we did last month. Thank you, Kimberly Skiles, and your incredible team for giving us that idea. But that idea is to share the product experience with guests. Bring people to this event, and it counts as an activity for you. And we want to make sure that our celebration nights are always revenue producing for you, and you can count it. So it will count when you bring guests, so make sure you do that. That's all I have for our announcements. I love each and every one of you. Thank you, Vicki Schauhorn, for taking over tonight and training us. She has been in much preparation over the last week, preparing every detail that she's going to be laying into your hearts and dropping down in your spirit tonight. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being with us. And Vic, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Tammy. And as we kind of get started tonight, I want to start by having a product share. I know we've been doing that the last several weeks, and tonight will be no different, but I do have some very special guests that I'd like to ask to come forward, and they're going to kind of do our product share for tonight. Tammy, can you hear me and see me okay?
Yes, Vic, I can see you.
Okay, just want to make sure here. Okay, Mr. Keaton, if you'll come over. And hopefully you can see Keaton okay. Give me just a minute. I'm going to try to manage participants real quick so we make sure we can see on our end. Sorry about that. I am going to take care of this real quick. Okay. Looks like we are good to go. Okay, Mr. Keaton is going to do our product share. Can you see him okay, Tam?
I can see you.
Okay, go right ahead.
Go, Kiko, go!
I am Keaton. I am 12 years old, and I have to wake up really early in the mornings to do football practice, so I like to drink these protein shakes for breakfast every morning because it gives me a lot of energy for my practice, and it fills me up really well, too. And I recommend this to any athlete who wants to start off their day right.
Awesome. Thank you, Keaton. And then my other special guest is Miss Kelsey, so I'll let her share.
My name is Kelsey. I'm 14 years old, and since taking care of my skin is important to me, I've been using the Calm line, and I've been using it for about 2 years, and it just makes my skin really soft and clear, and I would recommend it for girls my age.
Awesome. So there you have it, you guys. These products are for everyone in your family, no matter the age. You can start your kiddos young and allow them to get the same benefits and have the healthy products that our bodies need. So I'm going to go ahead and share our screen. So give me just a second to do that. Okay. All right, you guys, I am super excited about tonight's topic. And obviously, you guys know that it takes a team to be successful in Arbonne. And as we start this particular night, we're going into our final stretch to hit our goals this month. And so it is never too late to push. It is never too late to challenge yourself and your team. Now, I have titled tonight's training, How to Effectively Coach Your Team to Success. But I want you to know that the person looking back at you in the mirror is your team. Your team starts with you. We lead by example. And so all of our team starts with us leading from the front. And so no better way than to lead truly by example. So everything that I'm going to be sharing to you tonight is going to be relevant, whether you're a team of one and leading yourself, coaching yourself, or whether you are a team of 20 plus. So tonight's training is made especially for you. And I will tell you, I took some of the information that I'm going to be sharing with you from a book and one of my very favorite authors. This is actually called Teamwork Makes the Dream Work, and it's by John Maxwell, who is absolutely amazing and a great personal development coach and author. So I recommend this book. But I want to kind of read the introduction page to kind of get us started on the right foot tonight. He talks about, are you dreaming big enough? That may strike you as a funny question. Dream bigger, you may ask? I'm not accomplishing the little goals I have, you may say, and you want me to dream about doing bigger things? I find that many people are afraid to dream big. They are reluctant to hope for too much because they don't want to be disappointed. Can anybody relate? As a result, they satisfy themselves with the mundane. It doesn't have to be that way, you guys. Even if you suspect in your heart of hearts that you don't have the talent or the resources to accomplish your goals, much less accomplish your wildest dreams, you don't have to give up. You just need to change your strategy. Instead of working alone, you need to be part of a team. And here's what a team can do for you. It makes you better than you are. It multiplies your value to others. It enables you to do what is best and to do your very best. It allows you to help others do their best. It gives you more time. It provides you with companionship. It helps you fulfill the desires of your heart. And it makes everyone on the team a winner. Does that sound like Arbonne? Teams are incredible things. No task is too great, no accomplishment too grand, no dream too far-fetched for a team. It takes teamwork to make a dream work. So tonight we're going to talk about how to effectively coach your team to success. And remember, your team starts with you. It's not about you alone when it comes to a team, you guys. Like I said before, your team starts with the person staring back with you in the mirror. The beautiful thing about this Arbonne is it allows you to coach and be coached. And what coaching simply means is to instruct or train. You guys, we have the absolute best in this business leading us from the front. They have already a proven success plan. They have already trailed a path for us to be able to follow. And it has been tried and true. You guys, it's been laid out for us on a silver platter. All we have to do is buy into it and allow them to mentor us to the same success levels. That's what coaching is all about. And when you've been able to gain your own success track, you'll be able to turn around and coach others. Now, what is a team? Well, a team is a group of people working or playing together. And I'd say that our team does that pretty well. Whether you're a sideline, whether you're a success line, we are all equally unified as a team, helping and supporting each other. And then what is teamwork, you guys? It's joint action by a group of people. Many mountains can be moved when a team is behind it. So let's talk about teamwork makes the dream work. You guys, isn't it great to know that people genuinely care about your business in Arbonne? And how different that is from the corporate America world that so many people live. You know, in corporate America, if you train someone to do work well and you train them to do a good job, then they all of a sudden become your competition in corporate, right? Not with Arbonne. When you teach people how to succeed in this business, everybody wins. That's when teamwork makes the dream work. That's a beautiful concept and one that we in Arbonne get to live by, and I absolutely love that. Now, what does it take to being a team player? Well, first of all, you want to be coachable. And you want to listen to those that have gone on before you. You want to be able to learn from those that have paved the way for us. So I want to encourage you as a team player to not only be coachable, but seek out coaching. Who are you calling your sponsor? I will tell you right now, I've heard it time and time again, team members say, oh, I didn't want to bother you. I'm going to tell you, your leaders will never be bothered by you seeking their help or seeking them out to be coached. We love that. We thrive on that. That's what we are here to do. That is our heart's goal, is to mentor and help other people gain the same success that we have had. You cannot call us enough. You cannot call us enough. In fact, I would tell you, the people who call me the most are where I want to spend my time and energy as a leader, because those are the people that I know need me the most. I know they're the ones out there working to build their business. And so that's where I want to spend my effort. So are you seeking out coaching? Because you want to obviously learn from those that have gone before you. And then be willing to hear what you need to hear, even if it's the hard truth, even if it's not necessarily what you want to hear. Maybe it stretches you, maybe it challenges you, maybe it even pushes you outside your comfort zone. Be willing to hear what you need to hear. And then be receptive and act on it. There's a gap between hearing and doing, right? We can all know what to do, but until we fill that gap and we put action behind it, it does us no good. So be receptive and then act on the coaching advice that you're given. You know, we talk about the recipe for success. Being on these calls are a huge part, and actually, quite frankly, critical to your success in Arbonne. And I remember Carlita telling many of us early on in our business, your business will die. And I know Lisa and Sherry are probably laughing because I remember her being so bold to say your business will die if you are not plugged in to the training that's available to you and the local events. And that's just the truth. That's the hard truth. So be receptive and act on the coaching advice that you've been given and work that recipe to a T. You guys, if you don't do these things, if you're not coachable, you're not seeking out coaching, you're not willing to hear what you need to hear, or being receptive and acting on your coaching advice, your team won't either. So remember, you're leading from the front. We also need to remember that no one is an expert in Arbonne, you guys. We all start fresh. No one goes to Arbonne University and graduates with a degree, an Arbonne degree. We all have to learn somewhere. And we learn that through being coachable. Now, I will tell you as a leader, we can't want this business more for you than you want it for yourself. So that's why you have to reach out, seek out, and look for the guidance that you're desiring for success in this business. And as a leader, you guys, as a coach and a leader, I want you to know and ask yourself a question. We're going to have a little bit of reflection time. As a leader, do you take your goals seriously? That's one of the most important things that you can do as a leader, because all dreams start with goals. They start with vision. And are you setting your goals and taking your goals seriously? Have you written your goals down by the 5th of the month? Have you helped your team take ownership of their goals and encourage them to get their goals in place by the 5th of the month? You guys, we've got to do that as leaders. We've got to do it first and then lead our team to do the same and show them the value and the importance of it. Then work closely with your team to meet those goals throughout the month. And when I say work closely with your team, I mean your sponsor to help you meet your goals, and I mean your success line to help them meet their goals. And your sponsor will help you break down those goals for your team so that you can turn around and effectively help your team. So help them with the breakdown plans. Here we are in the last few days of the month, you guys. This is where the crunch time is. And I know, I think it was Tara Cole that posted Christy Dreiling's message on our Facebook wall and Tammy's Nation wall. And I absolutely love that video and the passion behind her words. And one of the things she says is, It's in moments like this, when it's down to the wire, that champions are made. You guys, this is when you have to rise to the occasion. This is when more revenue is purchased and created in Arbonne than any other time in the month, is that last stretch, that last inning. You guys, be one of those people that fights for your dream with all you have, so that on the 31st of August, you can lay your head down on your pillow at night and know that you did everything you could to make those goals and to work for your dreams. You guys, there's nothing more fulfilling than that, because by you doing that, you're that much closer the next month, and you created incredible momentum behind you to continue throughout the course of the next month. So break down your goals and don't give up early. Be available to your team members on the last day of your month, and know that your leaders are available for you. I want to ask you guys right now, as individuals in your business, as your own personal coach and your own personal leader, have you already said, I'll do it next month? What are you saying to yourself? Are you already saying, oh, I'll do better next month? Oh, next month's going to be better because I got this, this, and this. I want to tell you, dreams are not made next month. They're made by the daily efforts that you put in your business starting now. It's the little things that we do every single day in our business that add up to the multitude of success that this business offers you guys. It's not the next month's mentality. So do not be a next monther. That will get you nowhere fast in this business. So take control of your business today. So much can happen between now and the end of this month, you guys. This is where dreams happen. This is where dreams become reality for people. Okay, so rise up, and your team will rise up too. I want to encourage you guys, when you're leading a team, to give your team a business they deserve. And this is the point where you're going to rise up and give yourself the business you deserve. Not a business that's going to make you comfortable or make you live that mundane life like the book shared with us, but it's going to enable you to have the business that you deserve, the business that you desire, the business that you've dreamed of. And the way you're going to do that is by being a leader that's authentic to yourself and authentic with others. Again, that enables a solid connection with your team members, but also breathes truth into your life as well. Have confidence in yourself and have confidence in your team. That just simply empowers and inspires them beyond what they thought might once have been possible. It stretches them out of their comfort zone. It stretches you out of your comfort zone. Have an awareness and ability to meet people's needs. This is where we have to listen more than we talk, right? We have to know why we're doing this business, but we also have to know why our team is doing this business, and take a level of responsibility for those whys to be met. Have the ability to lead with direction. Have strategic plans in place. This is where your sponsor can help you create a breakdown plan, maybe a special for the month, to be able to close that gap between where you are now and where you want to be by the end of the month. Our team has beautifully developed all kinds of different ideas and suggestions that they can share with you to help you have a nuts and bolts breakdown plan to work and to put into place for your goals. And then celebrate moments of victory during your journey. Every time you accomplish something, you guys, celebrate it. Every time your team accomplishes something, no matter how small or how big, celebrate it. Take time to celebrate the victories throughout the journey. If you do these 5 things, you guys, people will always have a good reason to follow you. Now, I want to give you guys an opportunity to have a little bit of reflection time as a leader. And I want to ask you, do you see yourself being challenged in this business, or even challenging others as a good thing? Do you see being challenged as a healthy thing or a bad thing? Do you see challenging other people as a good thing or a bad thing? Some of you may be like me. Early on in my business, you do go through quite a transformation in this business, but I'll tell you, I was one of those people pleasers. I wanted to make everybody happy, and I wanted to make sure I said all the right things, even if it didn't really serve them. It wasn't because I wasn't being honest. It's just I didn't want to push people, right? I didn't want to make people uncomfortable. And oftentimes I would find myself telling people what I thought they wanted to hear instead of what I knew they needed to hear. You guys, that is not a sign of a good leader. That doesn't help people. That doesn't serve people. And what I had to learn early on is when I started thinking, that I was too afraid to push my team, or I didn't want to seem or come across pushy, or what if they won't accept this very well, the advice that I give them. I was afraid that they might shut down and maybe even quit the business. But you know what that was really saying to them? And this is a hard lesson for me as a leader, and especially a leader in Arbonne to swallow. But this is really what I was saying when I was saying, you know what, Sally, that's okay. You don't need to stretch your goal. We'll do it next month. What that just simply says to that person is, I don't believe that you can do it. And that is in no way what I would have wanted to come across to that person. But in reality, that's really what I was saying when I was the one focused on being afraid that I was going to push them or say the wrong things. My focus was on me. My focus wasn't on them. You guys, I want my team to know I believe in them. I want my team to know that I am a leader that speaks truth and life into them, and that I will challenge them, but it will be for their better. It will be for their good. And I promise you, when you do that, that's when a leader emerges. And if you're not doing that, and maybe you have some of those same ways of thinking, and you're thinking, oh, goodness, I don't want to push my team. I don't want to say the wrong things. I'll just let them do it next month. I want you to do a self-check, and I want you to check your belief and see if there's a crack in your belief. What are you saying? What are you really saying? Do you not believe in that person, that they're capable? Or do you not believe that it's worth their time and effort to rise to the occasion? Do you not believe this business could work for them the way it's worked for others? You guys, you've got to fix that crack in your belief system. And when you do, your business will move. And many people will be touched by the gift of this business because you breathed life into them and you spoke truth into their life. What does a winning coach say? Let's talk about that for a minute. What does a winning coach say to a winning team? Does the coach stand on the sideline with his head hung down low, saying to his players, you know what, guys, I know how tough this is. I know we've hit a few walls. It's okay. I understand. We'll get them next time. That's just too bad. Is that the kind of thing that a winning coach would tell their players on the sideline before the last inning? Or does the coach stand amidst his players telling them, you can go the extra yard. You've got this. Get in the game. I know your passion for the game. Let's work to win and don't give up. Here's a plan of action. Now let's tackle the obstacle from a different direction, and here's a new game plan. That's what a winning coach would tell his winning team. This game is ours. Let's go win. What kind of coach are you? What type of coach do you want to be for your team? You got to start with yourself. What are you saying to yourself right now in this last inning, this last stretch? How are you coaching yourself? What are you saying to yourself? Because how you coach yourself is how you will coach your team. Do you see the obstacles, the life obstacles that come your way as obstacles to derail you? Or do you see them as opportunities? Do you see what some might obstacles as excuses, or do you see them as reasons to succeed? Because one thing I can tell you, for every obstacle that you have, or every excuse that you have, or every hesitation that you have, there's another person getting their car this month with the same obstacle, the same excuse. Which one are you going to be? Are you going to rise to victory regardless of what life has thrown at you? Or are you going to be one that rests in the mundane and allows those excuses to be what controls your life instead? As a leader, you guys, we've got to help our team members to see their success through our eyes. Your vision. They may not have that big vision yet, How do you get that vision as a new person in Arbonne? You've got to start reading. You've got to plug into personal development. You've got to read books that are going to serve you. You may have to say no to the fictional novels and say yes to some John Maxwell books for right now while you're building your Arbonne business, so that you can retrain your way of thinking and build your vision so big that there's no obstacle that could hinder you whatsoever. And then you've got to turn around and share that vision with your team. Your new team members especially don't always come into Arbonne seeing the huge enormity of a business opportunity this is, but they will through your eyes if you cast that vision and paint that vision. You know, oftentimes we talk about VP in Arbonne, just simply means vision painter. We've just over years learned how to get really good at painting the vision of what this business can be for people. And we've done that because we've read books that have helped develop us as individuals, that have helped build our vision, that have helped serve us so that we can serve others. That's what we do as leaders, and that's what you get to do as a leader. Your teammates will stretch your vision or choke your dream, John Maxwell says. So ask yourself, as a leader for your team, whether you're a team of one or a team of many, are you stretching yourself? Are you stretching your team members' vision? Or are you choking your dream? Or are you choking their dream? Ask yourself, what kind of leader are you? There's 4 steps to being part of a winning team. The first is to play to win. The difference between playing to win and playing not to lose, you guys, is often the difference between success and mediocrity. Don't play small in this business. This business wasn't meant for people who like to play small. People who want to make a life, not just a living. That's who this business was meant for. So play to win in this business and be all in. Don't tap your little foot in and test the waters. Jump all in. You have absolutely nothing to lose and so much to gain when you do. And then have a winning attitude. Team members believe in themselves, their teammates, and their dream. And they don't allow negative thinking to derail them. And then keep improving. The highest reward for your effort isn't what they get from it, but who they become because of it. Team members know intuitively that if you're through improving, then you're through. This business will transform you into who you were meant to be. And you've seen that with many people, even on our Wednesday night calls, as different ones have trained you guys. That's one of the beautiful things about this business, is it doesn't leave you where you are. It stretches you to become more so that you can be more for others. And then make their team more successful. Winners are empowerers. And as Charlie Brower says, few people are successful unless a lot of other people want them to be. We don't work for each other, you guys, but we work with each other. And that is one of the true benefits of this business. And I love what he also shares in this particular book. He says, one person seeking glory doesn't accomplish much. Success is the result of people pulling together to meet common goals. And that truly is what Arbonne stands for. So what are the results and benefits as we kind of close out our time together? What are the benefits of effectively coaching your team to success and not standing in the shadows, not sitting on the bench, but getting in the game with your team? Once your team learns from you how to stretch themselves and hit their goals in Arbonne that maybe they didn't think that they could, their belief in themselves grows and it deepens. They become more confident in their abilities, not only to hit their goals each month, but to turn around and then teach their team to do the same. Because they've done it, they know that it can be done, and they know how to get it done. So you become a better leader in the process. And then there's the power of duplication, you guys, which is one of the absolute best parts of this business. That's where your exponential growth in your team will start to happen. You are truly gifting them if you coach and have great expectations when you coach. You're teaching them how to fish, how to achieve greatness within by empowering them to be better. You're teaching them something about themselves that they may have never known had you not loved them enough to show them what they are truly capable of. So you guys, I want to encourage you all to be the MVP for your team. You know, in sports, when a player steps up during the crunch time, that individual is the one that's recognized as the most valuable player for the team. Any team member or leader has the potential to be the MVP as long as he or she visualizes what can be, not just what is, if they can appreciate other players, lead by example, understand the big picture, have that vision, add value to the entire team, believe in what they are doing, learn quickly from mistakes, right? Get that new game plan, and encourage others. That's what makes an MVP. So do you like the sound of victory or the sound of defeat? I don't think you have to answer that. Be the leader for your team that they desire you to be. You can't motivate them, but you can inspire them. So are you letting your team settle for less than their best? Would you do that with your own kids in a race? Would you just let them quit? Of course not. You guys, be an example of what effective coaching looks like. I remember when I was going district manager and I was in my second month, and my goal was to finish that month, and I had about a $500 gap on the very last day of the month, and that gap looked huge to me as a brand new person in this business. 500 seemed enormous to me. I don't even think we had $500 in the bank account, so 500 was like huge. Well, I'm going to tell you, I had a party that night that was scheduled, and I was depending on it, and I was hoping it would close my gap, right? Well, that afternoon, I got that call that that party was going to cancel due to a child being sick. And I remember hanging up the phone and feeling like I had been punched in the stomach. So now I start thinking next month. Well, next month I'll do it. Next month I'll do it. So I call my sponsor. I call Tammy, and I'm pouting and telling her I'm not going to be able to hit it. My party canceled. I was depending on that. So I'll just do it next month. And I remember Tammy being the leader that she is. She was authentic, and she told me what I needed to hear, not what I wanted to hear. And she said, Vicki, listen, how bad do you want it? You can't give up that easily. How bad do you want it? We have a whole afternoon and evening. I can give you a game plan if you're willing to go roll up your sleeves and go to work. And you know what? All I had to think about was why I was doing this business. And at that point, I had a new game plan. I was all in. I got off the bench. I quit being a next monther, and I jumped into the breakdown plan that she put in front of me. And I worked it, and I worked it until I got the 500 gap closed, and I hit district manager that night. You guys, because I did that, because she believed enough in me and was honest enough with me and believed in this business enough to know that I needed this, because she did that, I stretched myself better and bigger than I ever thought I could be stretched. And because I did that and accomplished that, guess what I have been able to do ever since with my team, who's 500, 1,000 away from their goal. I'm able to turn around and tell them, you can absolutely do this, and here's how we're going to do it. Because she did that, she stretched my belief in what other people are capable of. And it made me a better leader for those people that were yet to be on my team. Be that leader, you guys. It takes that kind of leadership to promote to every level. It takes that kind of a coachability at every single level. When you're in the final stretch, there's always a gap that has to be filled. What are you going to do with the gap? How bad do you want it? You know, whether you think you can or you can't, you're exactly right. That's just the hard truth. There are numerous Ion Arbonne stories out there, and I would challenge you to bring me an Ion Arbonne story that does not mention obstacles that had to be endured or overcome to get to their level of success, to be a VP in this business. I challenge you to find me one that doesn't speak to that. There are no successes in life without obstacles. Success in Arbonne is not convenient, but it's worth it. It's worth it. You guys, read your Ion Arbonne stories. Get to know the leaders in Arbonne that have gone before you. Allow yourself to gain belief through their stories until you have your own story in black and white. You guys, be the leader that you were meant to be, starting with yourself, starting today. Let your team speak about how they couldn't have done it without you and how you believed in them more than they believed in themselves. Be the coach that picks your team members up when they're down, dust them off, and direct them to the goal line. Be the MVP for your team so that you can triumph with your team as each one crosses that finish line. You guys, that's the value of this business. We have a responsibility in this business, even as a team of one, because you have been gifted the dream that you have for your life. You have that vision in mind of what you want in life, and you are the only person in this whole entire world that can make that a reality. You're the only one that has a passion for that dream the way you do. You're the only one that has the gifts to achieve that dream that God has given you. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Rise to the occasion. What is your dream? To achieve all that is possible, we must attempt the impossible. To be all we can be, we must dream of being more. To reach our dreams, we must reach out to others. You guys, let's empower others by starting with ourselves. What are you going to do today about those dreams that you have been entrusted with? Rise up, you guys. Let's go be that MVP for our team so that they can turn around and pay it forward to others that God has placed in their path. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to share tonight. I hope that you know this has been prayed over and your businesses have been prayed over. And I hope that what you've heard tonight will in some way inspire you to cross that finish line.
Woo! Awesome. I feel like we should all huddle up and do like a break, hustle, hustle, hustle kind of thing. Oh my gosh, it was awesome, Vicki. You've equipped us all with finishing our month strong, being the coach that we need to be, being the leader we need to be. And the first thing I'm going to do in the morning is I'm going to look up in the mirror and I'm going to go, hello. I'm going to look at myself. I'm going to say, me and you, we're going for the finish line. Everybody will do that when you wake up in the morning, is look at yourself in the mirror and you go, hello team, let's make something happen this August. Guys, your team is your family. Your team is your why, and your mission, your reasons for doing this business should be the absolute thing that you keep your as the goal line. And how much we're going to receive it. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and open up our lines. Vic, go ahead and hit recording. Stop recording.